Hello, my name is Luke North. I'm a college student from Oklahoma City. I've been recently watching the It Gets Better videos on YouTube, and I felt really inspired to make one of my own. Um, as a gay person, I think that it's really necessary to communicate with people who are like you, who have gone through similar struggles as you have. I feel like that we all go through the struggles that we go through in life for a reason, and whoever may be watching this, it may be a life-changing message for some, it may not. But nevertheless, here it goes. Um, like I said, I'm from Oklahoma City, but I'm not originally from Oklahoma City. I'm from Oklahoma, but I'm from out in the Panhandle. My hometown is about 4 hours away from Oklahoma City. I grew up in a tiny little town called Hooker, Oklahoma. There's about 2,000 people who live there. My high school had about 200 kids in it. My graduating class was 29. We knew each other from kindergarten, basically, more or less. We all knew each other's business. We knew each other inside and out, for the most part. Um, I guess I started realizing that I was gay in about 7th grade when I had moved around a lot with my mom. My parents were divorced, and I moved around a lot. And I finally came back to Hooker in 7th grade and finished high school there. And that was whenever my self-discovery journeys really started. Um, Whoever may be watching this, um, whatever age you may be, if you're gay, I understand what it's like to live behind a facade, or to live for other people, to live so that you don't get hurt, and to live to try and meet the expectations of others, to try to be accepted, because that's really all that anybody really wants, especially in high school. No matter what people tell you, everybody always cares. Um, I lied to myself for a long time, saying that I wasn't gay, or that just trying to hide it the best that I could from people, even though everyone knew. I never really told anyone. I didn't tell the people in my church that I had gone to since 8th grade. I didn't tell my church family. I didn't tell my immediate family. The only person I ever really told was my best friend, and that wasn't until my senior year in high school. And so I know what it's like to live to survive, and to live to not to pr- to protect yourself, basically, because I know that in some small, especially really conservative communities, like a lot in the Midwest, or any conservative community in America, that you really can't just come out to people, especially if it's really small and tight knit like mine was. It's not practical. You just don't do it. And I realized that at an early stage, and I think it was all for the best, because I'm not saying that you should hide who you are. I'm just saying that it's a human instinct to protect yourself. Um, I remember being bullied all the time when I was in middle school and onward. Um, just, like, praying each day that I went to school that one person wouldn't, that one specific boy who always bullied me wouldn't, might not be there. And if he wasn't, I would just, be able to breathe a sigh of relief that I could get by another day without being ridiculed for who I was, or for the way that I acted, or for the way that I talked, because people people are afraid of what they don't understand, or if something's different and they don't understand it, they fear it. So it makes a lot of people insecure, especially with being gay, because a lot of people just don't know how to act towards it. So what do? You mock it and you ridicule it, um, and I understand that. I know that bullying isn't okay, although I do believe that it makes every person a stronger person to some extent, but I don't condone it by any means. I don't think that people have any right to make fun of, or taunt or tease, or try to make someone else's life a living hell, which is what I know a lot of high schoolers do. A lot of people have had it much worse than I have. I can't even imagine some of the pain that some people have gone through, because kids are mean, basically. I mean, I'm 19, kids are still mean at my age. The bullying doesn't really stop in high school or in middle school or whatever. I mean, people still, it's just a human thing to do. But again, whoever may be watching this, I just want you to know that basically that people care. People really do care. There are people who care about you. Even though we may be total strangers, even though I don't know your name, I don't know your background, I don't know where you grew up, where you're from, but I know that you're just like me. You're flesh and blood like me. You're the same recycled cells that I am. People are basically the same everywhere you go. Don't let anyone try to tell you any different. And it's true, all of these videos, all of these testimonies that people have been giving about their lives and how much better they've gotten when they've gotten out of high school, it really does get better once you start being honest with yourself, and once you reach a place where you can be completely honest about who you are. People will respect that. And once you are free from the confines of whatever restrictive environment you may be in, life does become a lot easier, and it becomes easier to appreciate the beauty of life, the beauty of who you are, the beauty of how God made you. And once you start loving yourself, it's much easier for you to love other people. So I feel like my story is a little bit different than most of the videos that I was watching, because I never was, I mean, there was a point when I was dying to get out of my small town, and whenever I felt like I was just, like I was choking, like I needed to get out, like people just didn't understand, and there was a lot of drama behind all of it, and I just remember feeling like I was suffocating. But as time went on, I started to realize that the people I was around really did respect me once I started being who I was and not really caring anymore. Because after everyone, I mean, yes, I was bullied, but there came a point when people just stopped, because I started doing the things that I loved, and I started showing them how passionate I was about whatever it was that I was doing. For me, it was music or performing. So whenever I started exemplifying that passion, people respected it, and they basically just stopped, and it was like they just didn't care anymore, and it wasn't like worth their time to bully me anymore, So once I got out of high school, I started appreciating my hometown more, like where I came from and the people who loved me, because they still do. It was like a big family. There are always people who will care about you. There's always, don't let that one person rule your life. Don't let that group of mean, catty girls rule your life. Don't let that one jock or whoever it may be, or don't let anybody rule your life or make you feel less of a human just because of the way that you are. And don't try to change yourself for anybody either, because that never works. I tried it many times and it just doesn't work. Life will get better. It is your life to do with as you please, and you have every right to be happy with who you are. You have every right to do whatever you want. And like, as I sit here in this practice room of this college that I applied for on my own, and came here to follow my dream, to pursue my dream, and to pursue my purpose in life, I can say for sure that it really does get better. Even as a young person, I don't even have a lot of life experience yet, but I know that understanding where I came from and growing from all of these experiences helped me. Suicide is never the answer. There's always someone who cares. Because as humans, I think that we're instinctively designed to love one another, no matter what anyone else may say. I don't think we're born hateful. It's an acquired behavior. So, again, I know this video is getting kind of long. Whoever you may be watching this, just know that I care, and there are people who care, and it does get better.